Welcome back to my channel, and here I am with my last video on the topic of ancient history. And in this video I'll be covering about the Gupta dynasty, which is also called the Golden Age, and it started in the 3rd century around 250 AD. Okay, let's complete this thing and get done with the ancient history. Let's start the video. Okay. So yes, the Gupta dynasty started in 250 AD, and the first ruler of the Gupta dynasty was Sri Gupta, and he was the Vash. As you all know, in India, the Guptas belong to the Vash dynasty, Vash caste system. Okay, they are the trader, but at that time they were a warrior. Sri Gupta was the founder and the first ruler of Gupta dynasty, and he used the title of Maharaja. At that time, let me tell you, Maharaja was kind of a normal term for an emperor. Okay, so and the reason why he used Maharaja is because it is considered that he wasn't completely ruling the Magad, whereas around 250 AD, as you remember, there were the foreign rulers as well in the India. So it is generally considered that it might be possible that Sri Gupta was kind of a governor or a small king in one territory, and he started rising from there. As the fiduciary came into the system at that time, and in general, what happens in the fiduciary system is the main emperor, because he is having a big land under his power, so he just to help him in the administration, he authorizes certain people as a governor to work on that particular region. So that is what fiduciary is. They kind of give, not actually authorizes. He gives that land as a gift to certain people, let's say, and they bring their own rule over that territory. So that is what fiduciary is. So it is considered that maybe Sri Gupta was following fiduciary only at that time. That's why he used the title of Maharaja. And his son Ghatotkacha, he ruled from 281 to 320 AD, and he also used the title of Maharaja. And after that, after Ghatotkacha, his son was Chandragupta I, and now he is a big ruler now, and he was the emperor of the Magad, and the capital was Patliputra again. And he ruled from 320 to 330 AD for 10 years, and he acquired the title of Maharaja Dhiraj now, and he was good with marriage alliances, and he enhanced his power and prestige by marrying the princess of Lichavi clan, Lichavi clan, and the princess name is Kumara Devi, and the Lichavi clan is in Nepal. As you know, in Lichavi, I told you in the initial videos of the ancient history part that when we were talking about the Jainism, the Vardhaman Mahavir mother was Trishla, and his brother was a chief of the Lichavi clan only. So yes, Chandragupta I, he married the princess Kumara Devi of Lichavi, and he ruled over Magad and the nearby kingdoms of Saket and Prayag. Okay, Prayag is Prayagraj. Then comes the son of Chandragupta I, whose name is Samudragupta, and Samudragupta was a great warrior. He fought 9 wars during his tenure, and he won all of them. And he also acquired the title of Napoleon of India by the historian V.A. Smith. V.A. Smith called him Napoleon of India, and he acquired the title of Prakramana and Kaviraj and Vikramanka. And Prakramana means a great warrior, whereas Kaviraj and Vikramanka was given him titles were given to him because he was very fond of music and he used to play veena. So that's why Kaviraj and Vikramanka were entitled to him, and he was a great warrior. And during his time period, he also issued coins with a symbol of veena in it, playing veena in it. And after Samudragupta comes his son Chandragupta, and he was a phenomenal warrior and a great ruler. He was good at both the marriage alliances as well as the war in the military practices. And he ruled from 380 to 415 AD, Chandragupta II, and he is also called Vikramaditya. Basically, Vikramaditya is the title which he acquired after defeating Rudra Sinha, who was the king of Ujjain, Rudra Sinha III. So he defeated Rudra Sinha III of Ujjain and acquired the title of Vikramaditya. That's why he is also called Vikramaditya or Chandragupta II. And his court, he used to have his court in Ujjain. Court is mainly the Darbar, and he issued silver coins at that time. And the famous Chinese pilgrimage Fa Yan visited India during his time period. And there is an iron pillar in Qutub Minar which mentions about him. In his court, he has 9 valuable persons who were called Navratnas. There was a celebrated 9 gems. Celebrated means the prominent 9 figures, and they were called Navratnas. And it includes, and one of them was Kalidas. Okay, so this was all about Vikramaditya Chandragupta II. Great warrior issued silver coin, acquired the title of Vikramaditya by defeating Rudra Simha III of Ujjain, held his court at Ujjain, and Fahen visited India during his time. Iron pillar in Qutub Minar mentions about him, and he had Navratnas in his court. And what were those Navratnas? Those were, first one was Vara Mihira, he was astrologer. Kalidas the poet. Sanku was the architect. Vishakta is a poet who has written Maharakshasa. Sorry, Vishakta is a poet and he has written Mudra Rakshasa. Okay, Mudra Rakshasa. And the fifth one is Kahapanaka, was the astrologer. There is Amar Singh, who was the poet, but he was also a Sanskrit lexicographer. Lexicographer is a person who writes a dictionary, who assembles a dictionary. So he wrote a dictionary in Sanskrit dictionary, and the dictionary name was Amar Kosh. Maybe he named it after his name only, Amar Kosh. His name was Amar Singh. Hari Sen was the poet, and Dhanvantari was a famous physician, and he belonged to his court of Chandragupta II, Vikramaditya. Okay, and the last 9th one was Shudraka. He was the poet and he wrote Mrichaktika. Okay, he wrote this book Mrichaktika. So after Vikramaditya, Chandragupta II, the 6th ruler was Kumargupta. Kumargupta I, he ruled from 415 AD to 455 AD, and he is mainly known for founding the Nalanda University in Bihar. Kumargupta founded Nalanda University, and he took the title of Shakraditya. Okay, he founded Nalanda University in Bihar. He acquired the title of Shakraditya, and he fought a war. He only fought one war in his lifetime with the Hunas. Those were the Mongolians, but he lost the war, and he lost his life in the war only. And later his son Skandgupta, he was the last great ruler, and he defeated the Hunas 2 times. Okay, and he refurbished or repaired the Sudarshan Lake, and he was a Vaishnavite. Vaishnavite means he was a worshipper of Lord Vishnu. And Sudarshan Lake was repaired during his time, Skandgupta. And few other rulers came up, but they weren't that prominent enough, or the big great warriors, or weren't that good rulers. So the last great ruler was the Skandgupta only. Mainly there are 7 main rulers of Gupta Empire. The first one is Sri Gupta, who was the founder. Then his son Ghatotkash, they both were the Maharajas. The third one is Chandragupta I, who acquired the title of Maharaja Biraj. Maharaja धीरे आते हैं. His son, fourth ruler was Samudragupta, fond of music, great warrior, and the fifth one is his son Chandragupta II or Vikramaditya, greatest warrior. Sixth one, uh, sixth one is Kumar Gupta, and the last one, seventh one is Skand Gupta. Okay, and now what about the administration of Gupta period? During the Gupta period, there was a Mantri Parishad, which was the council of ministers. There was a king. Kumar Amatya was the chief administrative officer, high-ranking officers of the area. They were called Kumar Amatya, and Mahadandanayak, as the name says, they were the judges, and Uparika was the governor. Now this was all about the Gupta Empire, and few more details about other not that big rulers, but if there is any significant work they have done. So Yang Sang, the famous Chinese, who was also called the Prince of Traveler, he visited the India during the rule of Harshvardhan and the Pallavas. So he visited the court. Yang Sang visited the court of Harshvardhan when Harshvardhan was the ruler, and after many years, he also visited the south where the Pallavas used to rule. Okay, and there was another ruler, Rashtrakutas. Just like Gupta Empire, they have their own empire, Rashtrakutas, and they ruled from 753 to 980, around 200 years. But they weren't that significant. They didn't anything. Like considerable. So, but only few things which they did good was to remember were the king Krishna I constructed a rock-cut temple, a rock-cut Shiva temple, rock-cut Kailash temple at Ellora. Okay, Krishna I constructed rock-cut temple, Kailash temple at Ellora, and they also Rashtrakutas are also credited for building the cave shrine at Elephanta. I'm sure you would have heard of Elephanta caves. So they were constructed by Rashtrakutas, and their ruler Krishna III also set up a pillar of victory and temple at Rameshwaram. So this was all about Rashtrakutas, and there come after the Gangas. Gangas were the different rulers. They ruled for a very long period, 250 to 1004 AD, and they weren't spread to a large part. They were just they were only focusing on. They were only limited to the area of Odisha, and there within this time frame of around 700, more than 700 years, they sometimes they were spreading their area, and maybe by winning other territories on, and then at the next moment the area was also getting small by losing to other rulers. So it was going on and off for this time frame, and the main thing which they did in their tenure was the king Narsimha Dev. He constructed the Sun Temple at Konark. Okay, the Ganga's king Narsimha Dev constructed Sun Temple at Konark, and there another ruler was Anantuvarnan Ganga. Anantuvarnan Ganga built the Jagannath temple at Puri. Okay, from this we can it's a good evidence to say that they were limited to the Odisha area only. So yes, the ruler of Ganga's time frame, Ganga's period, they constructed the Sun Temple at Konark, and Jagannath temple at Puri. And one last thing to remember is that dancing figure of Shiva, which is the Nataraj, idol of Nataraj was found during the period, belongs to the period of Chola, who used to rule in the South India. Okay, Chola, mainly the Tamil Nadu area. Chola, and they are also called the Imperial Cholas because they were the early Cholas. The main Chola came during the like in the medieval period. They came in the medieval period. So during the ancient history part, they were the early Cholas, and the idol of Nataraj belongs to the imperial Cholas, the early Cholas, and sometimes they are also called the medieval Cholas. But the main thing about them came when they were during the actual medieval period. So yes, this was all about the Gupta Empire and few more details about what happened after the Guptas went vanished. So thank you for listening to me. I hope you like the entire ancient history part and found it informative. Thank you guys for watching.